All right. I watched some of your podcasts, so I try to give myself an idea of what to expect.
Type shit. I feel
I mean, I used to listen to when you had your first season on Spotify.
dead ass. What the fuck?
Not like all of it, but I would listen to some of it.
What's your favorite episode?
I was probably like the first one because that was like the main one that I probably listened to.
Make sure you get that.
But like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember all of it. 'Cause probably been I didn't like listen to like it frequently enough to remember what y'all said. But I just want y'all to know.
No, we appreciate that.
No, absolutely.
We appreciate that a lot, bro. Hey, man.
I've been in isolation mode, so I haven't been like as supportive as I probably should be.
Nah, bro,
no,
you
same
good.
shit.
We gonna get into that, bro.
No, everything's on go mode for us, so it's just like
Understandable.
it's all good.
Exactly. Me too. I just be in my own world.
Shit, tight shit. I feel that. Sometimes you gotta do that.
Yeah, exactly.
What's going on in podcast, people? It's the
That's
one
good.
and only
You're
FBF Draco, aka Sensei Draco, aka the Gilf Collector, aka Josh or Jay. You already know. And I am here with a special guest.
What's good? It's Rav. Most people call me Rav, but Raphael Brooks II. It's my full name. I honestly didn't feel like coming up with the stage name because, you have to like copyright all of that, and it's easier to use your legal name if y'all didn't know why I use my full name. Also, because I respect my family and my legacy.
Oh yeah.
tight shit. Tight shit. Well, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy. Let me introduce myself. My name is Hove looking ass.
Okay.
Hey man, you know what I'm saying? It's Q. You feel me? I forgot my catchphrases, but it's just Q. And like you said, like you know what I'm saying? Yeah, 1977. Hey, at this point, y'all know who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
We like you said, we were the special guest. Raph, if can you please introduce yourself and what you do?
I'm an artist. I make music. I rap. I sing. I write for other people. I'm very production oriented. I also edit videos. I do a lot of clothes. I have more clothes coming that I haven't released yet. I am working on doing some short films actually.
Oh really?
That's like I always approach music like a movie. That's why I like to tell stories a lot in my songs because I want it to be like a movie.
Tight shit.
And so like I always wanted to make like album movies, like Prince of Purple Rain.
That's hard.
So, or Pink Floyd, The Wall. You know what I mean? And so like
You don't know that one.
I don't.
you'll know it one
You
day.
don't know that one.
I don't.
It'll come to you when it matters the most.
Bars. I feel you.
But yeah.
Shit. So my question is, what got you into, you know what I'm saying, just creating in general? What made you want to, you know what I'm saying, start music, films? What inspired you to do what you do now?
I always wanted to do it, but I didn't actually genuinely have confidence to do it. And remember Quan?
Yeah.
Quan basically like bullied me into rapping.
Quan, if you watching this, shout out to you, bro.
Shout out to Quan. If you're out there, I will find you because like I don't know where you are anymore. Last time I heard you were in
I
San
remember
Diego.
them days when we was
No.
we was spitting bars in the little makeshift booth we made in the closet and shit.
Angel's Closet.
Yeah. At what? Yeah.
And like it would be Angel. Quan was the first time I went to Angel's. Was Quan was there and Alejandro was there and like Angel and Quan would be rapping. And like Quan would be noticing like this type of like music I would listen to would be like have be very lyrical, have like lots of shit in it. And he'd just be like, he literally like held a knife up to me at times and was like rap. So I'm like not kidding when I say he like
Quan,
bullied me into
I'm glad you never
rapping.
did that to me because you know what I'm saying. We just always just talked. You know what I'm saying.
Nah, we had an intense connection. Like we had but I'm an intense, passionate individual.
Yeah.
So
I
like.
know that.
He is too, and so it was an interesting, fun balance. But yeah, like basically, and we would go to the studio, and like I would just be around people that would always be rapping, and I always wanted to do it anyways. And in my mind, I felt like if I actually attempted to do it and like put in the effort, I would be good at it because I was always good at writing. I actually wrote like a full chapter to a chapter book. I was in like 4th or 5th grade because I always wanted to be a writer. It was called The Dragon's Apprentice, but like what's it called? And I used to write my own comic books. I actually still have them, but I always was like a writer in general. So I always felt like if I was to write songs, it would be good. But I just didn't have that confidence to pursue it until Quan made me do it.
Sometimes you need that little extra push. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I get that though, cause like for me, I remember, man, it was Kobe, John. Kobe. Y'all know Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know Kobe.
Shout out to
Kobe, my brother, bro. That's.
I just talked to him like last week.
The same way Q is my brother, bro. John's my brother, and I be feeling bad though too, cause like I really don't be hitting him up as much as I should.
I don't hit up anybody.
I don't hit anybody up. Like Q literally live so close to me.
You live walking distance from me. Like I walked here.
Oh shit! So we
all
basically all
in the area, bro. But it's just like we so
That's crazy.
and I be feeling bad, bro, because like it's not even just like, at least with us, like if we wanted to hang out, whatever, we just walk or drive there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
John,
he's in Houston,
yeah,
and like he'll come back up here, and I'll know he's here, and I'm just like I don't know,
like
I'm
when
just
he does come
antisocial, so I only hang like when I really feel like it. So it's like I only see like 3 people.
I feel you talking about.
yeah, no, and then like when he is here, it's like I'll be busy. You know, it's just bad timing. And like he like last time he called me at the gym, I was like, I'm at the gym. Hold on, bro. He's like, bro, damn, you always busy, bro. I felt so bad because I'm like, he probably going through right now, just wanting to talk. But man, nah, Kobe was that guy that pushed me, not in just rapping and just like whatever I wanted to do. Like it was like even football, bro. Like from the very beginning.
Yeah,
You know, there's only a couple people that would really push me. And that would be Q and John.
Yeah,
because those guys, I don't know why, like I don't know, they just saw that competition and they were just like, nah, I see what you got, let me light it.
Type shit.
You know what I mean?
Like other people will sometimes see something in you that you don't see in yourself.
Yeah, for sure. Like I know, like even like early days when I was hitting the gym last year with Q, man, Q would just be the one yelling at me. He'd be the loudest one in the gym. People would start staring, but Q's the one that will slap you back and be like, "Yeah, buddy."
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
You gotta do that for the people. You know what I'm saying? You care about. You see, like you said, you see potential in somebody. You want to see them grow. Shit, don't hate on somebody, bro. Help them. You know what I'm talking about? If somebody needs that extra push, you know they ain't pushing themselves hard enough. Shit, give them that little push to keep going. You feel me?
And I'll be honest, there'll be those days where it's just like, bro, shut up. Like, I don't want to
Facts.
hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But then later, I'll be honest, like a week later, I'll be like, I appreciate him for doing that. Because even though I did not want to hear none of that bullshit, you know what I'm saying? He was still telling me shit. And like, you know what I mean? And that tells me, like, whether it's to motivate me or, like, to call me out on some bullshit, you going to call me out on some bullshit. Either way, you going to tell me how it is either way.
Yeah.
And that's all I ask for, like, out of friends and shit.
I've gotten a lot better at like listening to people tell me about myself.
Type shit.
It was never that I couldn't accept it. I just didn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Because like what's it called? I have like high self-respect, so I see myself as an intellectual person who knows myself. So I feel like I don't need you to tell me about myself. But at the same time, you do need people to tell you about yourself because you don't know everything.
You don't.
The wise person knows you know nothing. So you're always learning.
The fuck you get that from?
It's a common phrase.
Oh, it must not be that
It's
goddamn
not that
common.
common.
I ain't
I ain't never heard that one.
Nigga, huh? Say it
Wait,
one more time.
Why wisest people know they know nothing.
The wisest people know not. Wait, what? Huh?
Nigga,
Say one more time.
get it right.
My bad. You say
Right.
it then.
The wait, give me a minute. Hold on, give me a pause.
Go ahead.
The wisest people know nothing. Right? That's
No,
what I
they
said.
know nothing.
No, they know.
Shut
No,
up,
they
shut up,
know
shut
nothing.
up, shut
You
up.
don't know nothing.
Shut up.
You know, but
That's
you
'cause
know,
I'm wise.
nigga.
Oh.
All right.
We have to know that you know nothing.
Yeah. Do you know it though? You didn't know that, did you?
That's the whole point. That's why I'm that wise. I'm wise even spiritually, bro. My third eye has a third eye. Matter of fact, I just grow a fourth one.
Wait. But if your third eye had a third eye, wouldn't that be a second eye to your third eye? How that work?
No,
Like
bro, that's a sixth eye. Oh, you ain't think about it like that.
That's a lot of
'cause
math.
the
You know, that was always
multi-dimensions.
my weakest subject.
Your weakest subject was math?
Hell yeah. Mine too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm ass with math.
it's weird because I understand science really well, but I don't understand math.
I fucked with science. I fucked with science heavy.
I passed science once or twice
I just
in my
think
life.
my science teachers were really good. Like, remember Mr. Van Huss?
Yeah. That's one of the only times I passed science.
Yeah.
Mr. Van Huss. And that was because he actually cared. Like, he actually sat down with every student, made sure you understood what was going on. And if you didn't, he would sit down and, like, walk you through it until you got it. He was, like, the best teacher ever.
I don't remember. Was he?
It was the dude with the long hair.
Long hair, white
He,
guy.
like, donated his hair to, like, cancer kids.
You remember that pep rally where he shaved his head?
No.
Yeah.
No. I only
It
remember
was
one
a chemistry
teacher.
teacher. It was, like, sophomore year at Shepton.
Yeah, no. That's probably when I moved or some shit.
Oh,
No.
I think
Did you go to, what did you go there sophomore year? Because wasn't there a year you weren't there?
Yeah, I honestly I forgot everything about school in general, so I don't know when I left
Wait,
or
you
came
should
back.
have been there.
I don't know.
I remember school very vividly.
I hated school, so no.
I hated it too, but I remember it.
No.
That's true. You did hate school.
I hated school a lot.
You were just not like a school person.
No,
You were just like, I'd rather do shit by myself.
I was social in school, and then at home I'll just stream.
I was like mayhem, chaos.
I was
School.
just a bad kid. My mama, man, I stressed my mama out way too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's you know, I shouldn't get too deep into how I passed school because I don't know if.
Statute of limitations.
Mm.
Hey,
Big words.
I can't lie, bro. There was a lot of group texts with a lot of pictures of tests. Oh, I got an A. Send them pictures through. Send them through.
Not even like that. It's just so like, you know, Plato's school system is like rigged because they want for you to have like that good image because they need to keep their national ranking. So it's like if you didn't pass Plano school, you didn't try because it's designed for you to pass. Like they have SPC and it won't show up on your record.
Oh, I went to SPC.
And it won't show up on
What
your
the
record.
fuck?
I know.
What the fuck is SPC again?
It's the
Yeah,
special
I don't know what that
program
is.
center.
I didn't go.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I went there.
I didn't figure out that is you fail, you can just go there and do like no work at all and pass anyways.
It was
I should have went to
That's
SPC.
what
What the fuck?
you know what I said? I had
I'll
posted
tell
it on
you,
my
it's
story
like
too.
they need their like national ranking. They thrive off their image.
They do, yeah. That's how yeah.
They need that because that's how they get their money.
Well, funding and shit too.
Yeah.
Did you have to
Money.
pay for SPC?
No. It's public school.
It's post school.
Public school is alternative school. There's the what's it called?
That's what they send the bad kids.
Yeah, there's the academic side, and then there's the
bomb threats.
Wow.
the you know
But
the
that's what I was told. Like that's
discipline side where they send like the drug kids, the pregnant girls, and like
yeah. Or
what's it
the pregnant
called?
girls were also wearing the
they were on the academic side
yeah.
too. But
then
like I know
the bomb threat and like the kids that actually gang banged and like were affiliated. Like,
Yeah, they
it was
were
on
on
the other
discipline.
side. Yeah.
discipline side was lit like freshman year, but like when I came back, SPC was a lot different. Senior year, it was a lot more like jail and more serious. But like freshman year was lit 'cause you could just do whatever you wanted.
No, yeah, I was gonna say when I was there, bro, they had us like walk into the cafeteria like inmates, and I was like, bro, I didn't break no laws, or at least from your knowledge, like I don't know why I'm being treated like this. It was like, bro, that was like the first time.
There's,
Like, and I
like,
get it,
some-
like to an extent, I get it. Like we had to walk through like metal detectors, and they
Yeah, we had to walk
wanted
through
us
metal
after-
detectors because you remember Josiah?
Yeah.
That was the kid who got stabbed, right? By his
Rest in
brother.
peace to him. Yeah, I
Rest in
remember
peace
that.
to
That
him.
was sad.
His brother, right? The reason they have metal detectors at SPC, his brother was supposed to be at SPC that day, and so there was no like metal detectors or some shit before that. There was a teacher who told me that they were campaigning for metal detectors because kids was being like weapons at school or something. But yeah, you had to like go through a metal detector and empty
yeah,
your
that
pockets.
happens
You
a
couldn't have backpacks. You couldn't wear like solid colors like blue or red.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that
like-
was a big thing. Yeah, you can wear like colors like that.
Nigga,
blue
y'all
and
was
red.
in jail. Y'all was
It was
in
cold as
jail.
fuck.
Jail.
There was like no
Jail.
sun.
It
The
wasn't-
food made me sick. So I had to stop. I
We
started
went
bringing
home
food.
At the end of the day, it was not jail.
It wasn't jail, but it was ass. School is like jail
It was
to
just
me.
a lot more stricter. Let's
It
just
was
say that.
it was a lot more
Nigga, I
confined
can't
than
wear
West.
red.
It's a loose
No.
private school. That's what
I
I'm
can't
call
wait.
it.
It was a meat
Private
locker.
school,
It was
fuck
like
that.
a
It was a fucking like abandoned, like, you know, that shit used to be like a
Oh, yeah,
market
like a
or some
supermarket.
like a
Yeah, like a
supermarket.
Kroger.
That's
It
why
used
it's
to be a
cold as
Kroger.
fuck. It was
Yeah.
an abandoned supermarket.
What the hell?
That's what that shit was.
Like it'd be funny, bro, because like, they be playing basketball and shit, and so I'll
Yeah.
go get water, and then like when someone will slip on like a coupon that was like stuck on the floor, and it just let loose. I just sit there like, damn, this is the most interesting water fountain I've ever had, bro. Like I just sit there for hours, just waiting for time to go by. I still passed. I even posted it on my story. I was like, bro, whoever let me graduate deserves to be fired. Because it's not even funny. Like, I didn't do anything.
I don't want to like even speak on how I graduated because I want to get people in trouble or
I
like
don't care. It ain't my job. It's y'all job. Y'all suck at it. It ain't my problem.
like or could they like revoke my graduation or something?
no, bro.
I
it's already
don't
done.
have any facts. Don't
They can't
incriminate
do nothing.
yourself.
They can't do nothing.
Alright,
This is
so
all for
basically-
entertainment purposes.
This is allegedly
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, for sure.
like I barely did. All I had to do was pass tests. That was it.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Yeah. Test.
No, like I didn't have to do anything else but pass tests.
I think that has more to do with what. how
There was
they
like
did
a
it.
couple teachers that made me do packets. Like
No,
two or
yeah,
three.
yeah, I had my English
But like
one.
most of them didn't make me. I like my last class. I didn't do any of the packets, and like I didn't do most of the tests. Actually, they just gave me the last one because I made a connection with the teacher we were talking about. Like, what's his name? You know that dude from Waco that made the cult. What's his name? You know, there was like a cult in Waco in like the 90s or some shit, and he like burned them.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And it was
He had the shootout
like
from the church.
he
or
was
that
like
big
it was
ass
like he was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it was like one of
He's
them
old.
Christian
He's old.
type of cults where he was like a Christian extremist, like that manipulated religious people, and so like he was like being one of those type of he was manipulating their faith into being like he was like a prophet or something, and so I forgot his name, but I had my aunt, like she had a friend who worked for the government who died during that.
Jesus.
But what's it called? Yeah, we were just like talking about like famous cults and stuff. I know how to connect with like teachers and adults.
I was gonna say because I remember the English teacher there. Sweet.
Miss Burgess?
Yeah, the black one.
Yeah, she was really
Yes.
nice.
Yes, bro. She's so sweet.
I don't
One
know
of
if
the
I did any
sweetest
of that
teachers
work either.
One of the sweetest teachers ever. I swear to God, she gave out the most annoying work. Because she was the only one out of all of them, not including the math teacher.
She wasn't as nice on discipline side when she
Oh,
was
no,
on.
yeah, no,
When
she
when she was on the academic side, she was super nice. She was the nicest teacher there. But on the discipline side, she was like a whole different person.
I mean, you
when I was
got to
on
be
discipline.
like that if you're on the discipline side.
Discipline
Bro,
side
when I
was
tell
nice
you
lit though,
students
but
were
like kids were bad
complaining-
as fuck though.
when I tell you students were like complaining every
Mhm.
day, like it wasn't even like, or I guess yeah, they were petty complaints compared to like, you know what I mean. But it literally, I guess you could say it did feel like jail. Like we're complaining to the person at the guard. That's
what I'm
There were
saying.
guards.
Like we've been saying, we're like,
y'all,
look,
was,
man.
y'all was in jail. Just say y'all was in jail, bro.
Like we told them, like we got upset. We were like, look, we get it. Like we need a quiet environment for certain people and stuff like that. I was like, but a majority, like everybody in this group that's going to these classes, have agreed that we want some type of noise in the background because we're not doing anything but packet work, which is fine. We'll do that, but we want some type of noise. We want to be able to listen to music or you play music. But the teacher that was like teaching us, he was just like, music doesn't help people study and stuff like that. And so he was like, this is his words. He was like, if you can bring me a scientific study that shows that music helps with studying
What
and
teacher
stuff.
was that?
It was, I forgot.
What class or subject?
No, not math and or not history. I think it was science.
Was it that?
The glasses. He had a patch because he smoked or like dipped,
I don't
and
know.
he got in trouble for getting caught with that too in class. He had dip in his gum and stuff, and so he would spit it into this straw cup, without like that you can't see through, so you could just kind of get through his day or whatever. But it wasn't until like he started being like a dickhead about stuff like that, or like he went off on me one time because someone dropped a book and he thought I slammed the door or something, and I was messing around, and I was just like walking by. And so, like, after, like, he started doing those dickhead moves and stuff, people started snitching on.
People messing around, like, everywhere at SPZ.
No, and I get that. I was like, but why
like,
you go off on the one person that was?
But no, you know what I'm saying? Like, people were messing around, like, everywhere.
Oh, God. Funny. Yeah, bro.
Y'all was in jail, bruh.
They was in jail. It was in jail, bro.
Nah, JJAP's, like, that's jail. That's, like, jail.
What?
That's the one, like, that's, like, they have to wear, like, I think they have to wear like jail uniforms or some shit. That's like the one where you get in trouble at SPC. You have to go there.
Oh, jeez, yeah, no, that's the next level up. I ain't never, bro. I'm chilling.
Yeah,
I'm good. That's hey, I know.
I've been to jail though. Have you been arrested?
No, I have not.
It's not pleasant.
What the? Okay, okay. We're hitting every air. Okay, so you want to tell me just how that went?
Oh,
and your views on jail?
I think jail's like, well, I have a lot of views on jail if you really want to dive into that.
Oh,
but what's it
called?
But
what's it called? Hey, we're in it already. Go ahead, bro. What's your views on it and your experience?
My experience, this is funny. What's it called? I mean, so it was my fault, so I'm not gonna act like it wasn't like my own doing while I was in this situation.
Is this
is
what
I got?
I know.
I don't know.
Is
but like I got, huh?
The finger.
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't remember. There's lots of stories.
Oh, we're not going to
incriminate. But like, what's it called?
My bad.
But like, what's it called? I just got in trouble. This is, at like freshman year because I had got caught with weed at school.
Okay.
And so like, I got arrested for it. I had like 4 grams or so, and so like the process of it wasn't like the worst thing ever. But I just think the funny thing was like the first thing when I get there, it's like this kid came out. It's like I just got stabbed with a pencil. And so,
huh?
It was like this kid got stabbed, like this older kid.
Yeah.
Like a pencil, like a really sharp pencil.
Oh.
It was like still there.
Oh.
But what's it called? And you have to fill out like the first paperwork you have to fill out is like this rape waiver. Like if you get raped, like that you can't like blame the jail for it. And like there's like, all these things. But like I got freed before I actually was like got like a room. But I think the whole process of jail is like extremely barbaric. Cause like how does that like help you become a better citizen?
Was this like jail? Was it like juvenile?
That's just juvenile.
Oh, okay.
That's my point. Like you have to sign a rape waiver and to go to juvenile.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep.
I've never heard people talk about the rape waiver. There's a rape waiver in jail.
I never knew that.
I ain't gonna lie. You seen the Boondocks, right?
I've seen 1 or 2 episods.
I've seen.
That's
how I learned about R. Kelly.
Which one?
I mean, I learned about R. Kelly through a lot of things, but
yeah, I've seen that episode. Yeah.
You seen that whole episode, right?
Yeah.
What's his name? The lawyer.
Oh, the lawyer that
the one that's scared to get butt raped, as he should.
I forgot what that.
My kids gonna end up like him because I'm gonna just tell my kids that you will get butt raped if you go to jail. That by itself makes you not want to go. That's what kept me out. I ain't gonna lie. That's one thing that made me never want to get caught and never.
I know a lot of people that've gone to jail, and I've heard lots of just really fucked up things about jail.
That too. Like I heard, like I already know how fucked up the system is and shit. And then on top of that, I know how fucked up it is in
the Texas. Well, so the United States in general has the #1 prison population in the whole world. And then it's like slavery is legal in jail still, but they're just now starting to ban it in like a couple of states.
Oh no, yeah,
but
slavery's legal in jail. His face is surprised.
Huh?
You didn't know that?
Yeah, that's the 13th Amendment.
I don't go to jail.
You don't have to go to jail to know that.
Nigga, I don't plan on going to jail, so I don't do research on going to jail.
Yeah, you don't have to plan to go to jail.
So, all right,
there's lots of innocent people in jail.
Type shit. Okay, I feel what you're talking about.
Speak to him, my brother.
I feel you talking about.
Speak to him, my
brother. But god damn. How the fuck do you have slavery in jail?
Well, they use prison labor. Like, for example, Texas is like #1 in the, technically, I guess, would be in the world. Because, like, for prison slavery. Then so California, like also Kamala Harris had the opportunity to like get rid of prison slavery, but she said no, we need the labor because it's cheap labor. You see like people working on the side of the street like that, like they're in jail. It's
I got a solution for that already.
I'm not necessarily, if you're gonna work people, at least there should be programs to help them like rehabilitate them into working. I got a
solution for that already, bro. You ban slavery in jail, right, and all that shit. If you want cheap labor, allow illegal immigrants in, bro. My people gonna do that shit for dirt cheap.
They're okay
we complaining
they're okay
that they
with
stealing our jobs. That we stealing y'all jobs?
But they just be hating on the Mexican and like the Hispanic and the Haitian immigrants. They're okay with the European immigrants.
Nigga, fast good work.
Nigga, what?
Because all the Europeans, all the white people are immigrants, all of them. So who are they to complain about immigrants?
Oh,
everybody complains about immigrants. I don't get it.
I have Native American ancestry, so to me, everyone's an immigrant.
Bro, you gotta get your feet quick. Come on.
It's war.
Hey, and you know
the
what?
Trail of
Honestly,
Tears.
I don't even get mad when you cross. Cause like if anybody crosses, you feel me? Because it's like, look, if they can't catch you, you deserve to be in this bitch. I ain't gonna lie. If they don't catch you, bro, you deserve to be in here. I ain't gonna lie.
The way I see it, there's so many people.
With my tax dollars. And you telling me that my tax dollars isn't enough. All of our tax dollars isn't enough for you to do your job correctly. That ain't my problem.
It's not my problem that y'all are complaining when y'all are supposed to be here about people that you claim aren't supposed to be here when it was our land that you took anyway.
Yeah, Texas was also owned by Mexico.
Like a lot of like Arizona, New Mexico, that was all Mexico. But, all the land is... Even like Africa, like a lot of the borders are European borders, not actual borders. It's they colonize everything. There's like only like 26 countries in the world that haven't been colonized by England.
Okay,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, bars, nigga. What the fuck? I'm sorry. I'm just over here like listening to all the facts and things of that nature, and y'all niggas is some thinkful ass niggas. I don't think about this shit at all, nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you. Speaking about the border thing, if more Hispanic, I don't let them go because if more Hispanics coming over here, you know what I'm saying, more Latinas, you know what I'm saying, go ahead, bring them over, huh? Go ahead, bring them over.
I seen some Haitians that can like float. They need to let them in. That seems cool. I want to try that.
What?
Just Google it.
I know what you're talking about.
Just Google it.
What?
Just Google it.
They can like float.
They can float. They can like levitate
like
a fucking Jedi.
Okay. So so I got a question for you. So what was your music influences growing up?
I basically listened to like every type of music before I actually listened to rap.
No shit.
So like I listened to like a lot of rock music, a lot of like R&B, a lot of like soul or funk music, a lot of whatever's on the radio would be gospel music, even like country music. Even though I don't really like country music, but I listened to a lot of it. And so it was then I just rap with like the music. Well, my dad showed me it, but it was the one that I kind of taught myself about the most. And so my musical influences was like all music. Also lots of house music, if you know about house music. And like, stuff like that. That's because that's my dad's favorite genre of music is house music.
Oh, shit.
And so like, there's like lots of house music, a lot of my, and then I live with like my cousins a lot, and so I would be visiting like on my mom's side also. They like lots of like classic rock music, so I listen to that too. And so I always wanted to be in a band and be like a rock star. And so it was all types of music. I listened to all types of music, but yeah.
Shit, yeah, because your style is diverse. You don't really sound like anybody else.
Thank you.
Another question with that is, there's a certain push in music nowadays of the type of things and frequencies going on.
What the hell does that mean?
Frequencies is important.
The universe is like frequency, energy, and vibration
type shit. Like audio is a frequency, bro. Like
that sound is frequency.
Well, I know audio is a frequency, but
the thing that make
the freak you mean by frequency?
The thing that make your foot tap.
Yeah,
that's a frequency.
I'm gonna kill this nigga.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fuck your bitch.
Yeah.
Okay,
shit like that.
Yeah, keep going.
You know what I'm saying? What?
I'm gonna pop this Molly.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit this lick.
Bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like it's a lot of that music being pushed, and I don't hear that in what you make. So I'm like, how do you maneuver through all the negative shit that's going on right now? Everything that's being put out.
It's really not that hard to be yourself.
A bar.
I think a lot of people are just in denial of that because they feel like they have to fit in
Type shit.
or they have to be like everyone else. There's nothing wrong with making that type of music if that's who you really are. If that's who you really are, be yourself. I don't think that everybody should try to force themselves to be like a civil rights leader. If that's not who they are, then you're just not really going to add anything productive. You're just going to be forcing a bunch of bullshit. That's not who you are. Be yourself. If you like a street nigga, just be that. But also, you know, I feel like a lot of people, when it comes to things like that, I think people have become detached from the reality of, like, they like glamorize things to a point where they think shit's a fairy tale and there's no real happy endings in any of that. There's a reason why niggas became rappers and didn't, you know, spend their entire life in the street. So, you know, I feel like there's a lack of balance sometimes, but I think that has more to do with the way people treat it versus like the artists all the time. And I feel like it's better to just lead by example and be yourself than because I could complain or like blame people or like because all I want, but what am I doing?
Yeah.
So like I feel like it's best to be me, and then like other people could gravitate that relate, or you know, then they can see that it's not that hard to be yourself. You just kind of just be fearless, and there's nothing really to be afraid of. I think people are afraid of being judged or spoofed because things like cancel culture or just, you know, people are just judgmental. And so
I was gonna say, as you further your career within music and stuff, since we're talking about cancel culture as well, do you ever have a fear of like being canceled in the future? And I'm not saying like put out a specific part of your life that you would be canceled for, because like, you know, obviously that'd just be calling you out on like some shit. And
Like,
I'm not
what
trying
did
to
you
expose
know?
you. I'm not trying to. I'm trying to expose you. Nothing. But I'm saying, like, let's say, like, you know, just pop up that idea in your head that you think you would be canceled for. Like, how do you feel like you would handle that situation and stuff? Like, I'll be honest. Like, I'll just be very straightforward with my stuff. Like, with me, I feel like my cancel moment, if I ever got famous, would be like saying the N word in the past. Because I've said the N word openly and freely in front of you guys, in front of video evidence. Like, I still got it on my YouTube channel.
yeah, but like I feel like even though people will get mad at you for that, there will like be a bit more understanding because you're Hispanic.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, though, is like I've grown, obviously, now. You can ask Q. I don't even say it anymore. I refuse to say it in songs and just in my speech now. Like,
I tried to get him to say it.
Like, he tried. They'll call me the
tried.
hard R, like, just straight out. Him and Joy would just call me the hard R, just hoping I would spaz. Instead, I'll call him a slur for Hispanics and stuff, because that's all I know.
Then I'll call him racist. Because why would you call me that?
But that's the thing, though, is just like, you know, now that I've thought about this before. Like, you know, I know I've said this and I've dealt with this like whole, you know, thing already, you know, in my head, and I moved on from that, you know, but like I don't know if I'd be able to move on again when people try to bring it back up, because it's not something I'm very proud of, you know. It's not something you're gonna be proud of. So like, how do you feel like you would be able to deal with that under that much pressure too? Like you made it essentially.
You know, I've done a lot of things that I'm not very proud of, but I know myself and I know my art and I know who I am. So I don't really believe I can be canceled. I can just be, you know, a menace to society. But I'm not really here to be liked anyways.
Yeah,
So
It's true.
yeah.
it's okay if people cancel me at some point, because, you know, there's lots of ego associated with like being liked all the time. I feel like, you know, when people detach themselves from caring what people think about them so much, they're more likely to do the right thing or just be more authentic toward themselves. And it could create a culture where people are more accepting, the more open we are, to where people are less likely to cancel each other if we're more open. Because I think people reach a space where it's too sensitive and we can't have like an open discussion about anything.
I agree.
And so people just, because they want to like take everything out of context, or just, you know, want to find a reason to like be a victim or be mad and sound like people are not victims of certain things, but they focus so much on like the problem that they don't ever think about solutions or how to work through the problem. They just want to complain and be mad and be like an internet activist and bitch and complain on the internet and create this cycle. Like when like a mass shooting happens, have you seen that memes, like the cycle of like shooting, people like complain,
yeah.
and then like another shooting, people complain about it.
Like
It's
everybody
like
goes,
there was like a shooting like a day ago. I don't know how many shootings there were this year. There's been a lot.
Yeah.
What are and that's not like I actually don't believe in taking away people's guns. That's not gonna stop people from killing people.
It's not.
Guns are practically illegal in Chicago. That's some of the worst gun violence in the world. What are you talking about? Take away guns. I understand like guns are like not something we want, but like, and then they want to talk about countries that have like they took away the guns. There's less gun violence. They have other types of violence.
They got knife violence. It's through the roof.
I walked here with a knife because I don't have a gun.
Type shit.
If someone were to press me, I'd fucking stab him.
Type shit.
So like, violence is violence. People are gonna be people. I think it's a more productive way to address why people are violent than to like complain about the ways people or like the things people use to be violent.
And I feel like there probably is better solutions out there. I mean, I don't know them. I wish I did, because then I just say them and then we, put it in.
I'm putting it out in the universe. So if somebody watches this who has like power or like influence, steal it.
But I really feel like, I mean, there's just gotta be a better way to at least make it harder for this to happen.
It's not like so like when
because
they
it's not
say
gonna disappear. It is gonna happen. It's like the same thing I say like with racism. It's just not gonna disappear. But it is.
I
there
agree
is
with that.
ways. There's ways where we can prevent a lot more harm being done and like prevent future tragedies to happen.
And I feel like those actual types of actions and like conversations are missing. It's more so just people complaining about what's happening versus thinking about how can we actually do something about it in general. And then there's like just dumbass shit like that's like regressive. And I don't support Republicans or Democrats. They're all full of shit. But what's it called? Like that dumbass shit where like they made it to where you don't have to have like a license anymore to get guns.
Yeah.
Why? That's stupid. What's the point of having a license in general at that point?
Type shit. All the people that paid for the license got the
That's
license.
like
with their class.
that just feels like a setup.
I mean, looking at just the world in general, I feel like it's built in America. It's kind of built on division. You got left side, right side, upside, downside. You know what I'm saying? We're not people, just human beings in general. So I feel like we'll never be able to agree just how, you know what I'm saying, the world's going right now. You got media, different type of media. There's biases. There's this side. I don't know. I don't think there's ever a true solution because everybody is already divided already. So each generations where they teach them people that stuff, you teach these people this stuff. People don't just, you know what I'm saying? Like that phrase, how much some people don't just grow up racist. You got to be taught that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when
I think also though, one way we can like combat that is all recognizing that we're all kind of the same in the sense everybody wants generally the same thing.
Yeah.
Which is just a better world for themselves and their family specifically. And like a lot of white people are like just like nationalists, but a lot of black people are nationalists too. In the sense of like they want a better world for their people specifically, right?
No, yeah.
And so like some people take it out in like ways that are wrong, but in the term of what the actual desire is, we want the same things. And so if we can like get past the differences and recognize there's no real such thing as race because everyone comes from black people anyways. So attention, crackers, you're a bunch of niggers, stupid.
Oh my goodness.
That's
edited out.
Hey,
It's gotta be edited out. That is fully.
Hey. We might put the full episode on Patreon.
Yo,
coming soon.
Patreon.
Yes, sir.
I'll say the more politically correct way. Attention, white people, you're black too.
There we go. You know,
Appreciate that.
I like that one. That one can be shown in schools and to kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, with everything in your head, bro. What made you seek knowledge? You feel me? Because every time I see, you know what I'm saying, when you do posts or just being around you, I always feel like I'm learning something new. So what pointed you in that direction of just picking up knowledge and shit like that?
I'm a very inquisitive person. I think I just my family is really smart, like on both sides, and they always, even if I don't always agree, that I know that they're, are seeking like their version of the truth in a sense. So I was always raised to like think that way. My dad is like a scholar. He went to Brown and Columbia, Lever grad school. It was like, so not just one Ivy League school, but two. And so like, I was always surrounded by like people who like taught me to think, and so I also I have a lot more distractions now than I did like as a kid. So like I spent most of my time learning things or reading because I didn't have really anything else to do. So I think it's kind of comes to me naturally. It's part of my life path. Is intellect, divine intellect.
Shit, hey man, you gotta educate yourself. A lot of people don't, you know what I'm saying, read books. I don't think a lot of people read books. I just got started, you know what I'm saying, reading books. Probably like the past.
It's like you can just like read or listen to audio book or watch YouTube.
I can't do that either. I'm gonna be honest. Like it's just books. Books get me.
It's YouTube.
I mean, I was the same.
You learn a lot on
YouTube.
YouTube.
It's like I'll open a book and I'm interested into that whole. Like
it wasn't always even just books. I'll read just like a lot of just in general like
articles, things like that.
Yeah.
Like I got 2 books in my room that I've been meaning to read. Like genuinely, one's called Hispanic, which is like Hispanic but Hispanic, and then the other one's like Birth of Racism in America, and it was like 2 books that I genuinely wanted to read, and specifically the Hispanic one, because it was about it's essentially an autobiography of a Hispanic child growing up in a racist America, and his experience and stuff. And it was like I remember reading like the back and stuff, and I was like, hey, I could relate to that's all. Yo, I'm not alone. What the fuck? I'm gonna buy this. I bought it. I haven't touched it. It's been there for like 4 years. Kid you not. That baby been sitting there for 4+ years.
That's the thing, bro. I don't know with all of TikTok and social media and I grew up. I believe we all did, but I grew up on YouTube and things of that nature. So
lots
it's like
of YouTube.
I base my stuff off of YouTube, but when TikTok came around, you go through a new app, you see what it's about, you get on, you stay on it for like 4 or 5 months, you may have got hooked, but just going throughout TikTok and seeing how it makes your attention span short as fuck, bro. The amount
it's designed to make your attention span shorter,
and I didn't realize that until like probably like a year or 2 after using the app and being on it, bro. You're literally, I think I saw something about talking about dopamine spikes where every
to cocaine.
That's what I'm saying. So like every time you're just flipping, switching, it feels like you're not watching that much because it's short form content, but you have so much content, random
constant consumption, and even like the process of swiping just in your thumb like creates dopamine in your brain. And for the people who don't know what dopamine is, it's the chemical in your brain that causes happiness. But also like the average human attention span in 2000 was 12 seconds. Now it's 8 seconds. They want to make the average TikTok, they want to bring Vines back and make them 7 seconds. The average goldfish's attention span is 9 seconds.
Dang.
So
we gonna be faster.
Humanity has become
wrong thing. My bad.
Slower than goldfish.
Well, less time, you faster. You know what I'm saying? Be like, no, okay, no, okay, no, okay. Like, you know what I mean?
Nah, like we can't pay attention to shit. I think that's part of why people can't communicate anymore.
Yeah. I'm trying to slowly deprogram myself from, you know what I'm saying, what the world is now. So I realized probably like the past 4 months that, bro, videos are just not doing it for me. There's so many videos you can watch. I'm like, bro,
So
why I need something
it's
different.
a rabbit hole
That's
that
what I'm
you'll
saying.
just get stuck in.
Yeah, and you can't do that on the book. There's no app, there's no notifications, there's no dings, there's nothing like that. There's a lot of books, but you have to sit there and read through that book to know, you know what I'm saying, what's the context in that book.
Yeah.
There's not there's reviews on it, but it's like, I need something better than just videos in my face all the time. I need something different.
You know, I feel like that with video games right now. Like with playing video games, like I'll still play the game, but it'll feel like I'm playing brainless, you know, because it's like
So I feel when I play video games after a while. It just feels mind numbing.
I was gonna say, because what's it called? Like at first, like especially like in the beginning, like when me and Q used to get on, me and JV used to be in the party, me and Tomcat, all of us, the whole gang, bro. We would be playing for hours, and I would be actually paying attention to what I'm doing, like what I'm planning to play next. Like I was excited to play the video game, and I would be playing the game, like I said, for hours and shit, no problem. But nowadays, like maybe I'm getting old. Maybe I'm just busy. Maybe it's just life that's kicking me in the ass. But it's just like when I turn on the game, I get sad.
Well,
I go anywhere, I get sad. Like it's just like, damn, this is just not fun. This isn't fun. This isn't fun. Nothing's fun.
I think it's two things. One, I mean, you know what I'm saying, our people before us said this, but back in the day, games were fun. Games, you know what I'm saying, actually had the right amount of content, things of that nature. But now I feel like it's cool for. I feel like it's been the norm to give unfinished games.
Spider-Man was lit.
That's what
I'm saying. It's
been
only a
feeling
few
like
games in the
That's
past
true, 'cause
5
Like
I've
it's
only
copy and
bought.
paste.
I've only bought a few. I stopped buying like Madden and 2K.
It's the same shit.
I haven't bought
Copy and
Madden and
paste,
2K
yeah.
since like 2018.
I mean, it's literally the same shit.
It's the same shit, but like updated rosters.
Updated rosters and a few mechanics here and there that's different.
Yeah, it's the same
But
shit.
unless
The
it's like
graphic
a
was the same. But like the only time I buy new games now, I bought Spider-Man. It was Spider-Man and Miles Morales. That's like probably the only game I bought in like the past.
I think
2
that is
years.
the only thing that's kept me in gaming, was wanting to possibly save up for like a PS5 and just playing like the PlayStation class, like the originals.
I want to
You know
play
what I
God
mean?
of War. That looks lit.
Like God of War,
Yeah.
I want to play those. I want to play Spider-Man. Like I said.
Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man.
The Last of Us, my cousins have been getting
Last
on
of
me
Us
about
is
that.
fucking
They're-
hard.
I need.
If
I
you haven't-
don't want to hear
dude,
no
Last of Us
spoilers.
is
I'll
hard.
kill you.
But that's but you guys see what y'all talking about. Y'all lean towards the games with stories, with
I like
direction.
I like story games.
Multiplayer games
Well,
aren't
it's
the
not-
wave.
Well, it's not just that
Multiplayer.
though,
I
because
haven't-
like I'm a multiplayer person. Like
Yeah.
I'll sit down and I'll play like a story mode game, and it can be honestly a really good game. But I don't know. I need someone to play with. Like I have to have. Pause on that. Hard pause. But I need someone to like co-op with me or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I don't know. I feel like video games are always more fun with more people. That's
Mhm.
just me though. I know some people like to be by them. Like my cousin, he loves story mode games, but he doesn't really like playing multiplayer like that.
Yeah. I feel what you're saying, but you're not.
I'm not a multiplayer person. I've never been a multiplayer person like that either. Unless if I'm physically with you.
Yeah.
Like I always kind of like playing by myself.
But I think the difference between those
Like video
games
game.
and the games that were like I'm complaining about, you know, like Madden and stuff like that, like
Yeah.
these modern games
Those
that are
types of
coming
games
out.
like playing. With
The thing is that like The Last of Us and God of War, like how many times, like how long does it take for those games to come out?
fucking 8 to 10 years.
Something like that around
Red
there.
Dead.
No one
Redemption.
complains about GTA.
No.
I'm complaining
No,
about
why?
it because they always
guess
update
how long
it.
it takes them to develop that game.
It's
I
been, like,
mean, but
the first
they're
that came out 2013, so it's been 9 years.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
but they're always adding new content that
But
you
that's
can
what I'm
consume.
saying. Gaming companies don't do that no more.
They don't.
They don't. What they see is that we can push one every year, copy and paste, tweak a couple things,
That's
and
why I
just
stopped-
add a battle
like-
pass throughout
It's
every
like-
couple months.
Like Call of Duty, like got ass after like Black Ops 2 to me.
Yeah, bro. Like for me, it was after
BO3
Black
was
Ops 2.
Black Ops
2.
3 is hard, but like what was it, the
Black
Modern
Ops 3
Warfare?
was,
It's better
It
than
was
the
fun
other
for me.
ones.
It was fun for me
It's-
because me and my friends would just dick around. Or am I thinking about Black Ops 4?
There's a fourth
What?
one.
There's no fourth one. There's only Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 was the
Black Ops 3
jetpacks.
is-
No, there was
okay.
a fourth.
There's
one.
a fourth
I know
one?
I'm not tripping.
Nah,
What's the
you're
one that
tweaking.
was like Modern Warfare was kind of like
Advanced
this
Warfare?
one was like the
Advanced Warfare? I
futuristic
hate
shit.
that shit.
Advanced Warfare wasn't. It was okay. I like the how the guns felt. I'm sorry.
I don't like Advanced Warfare other than like the hovering.
They're coming back.
I knew.
with another one. What? There's Black Ops 4.
This was.
Oh, there is Black Ops 4. That's with
Black Ops
jetpacks.
4,
That's jetpacks.
That was the actually
Boost.
Infinite or Ghost or Infinite Warfare. I forgot whichever came first. Those is when I saw the biggest decline in Call of Duty. Whichever one of those hit first is when I saw the biggest.
It was Infinite.
So once I saw that, I knew it was coming at a decline. But then Black Ops 4, when that hit, I was hurt because there was no story mode at all. From my recollection, on this one, there was no story mode. It was only multiplayer, and on top of that, it was just loot boxes. Because before battle passes,
It was
the
loot
Fortnite
boxes
kids,
out the ass.
I know y'all listening. Before them battle passes, we had loot boxes where you had to spend $100, you get 10 packs, and you got a chance
to get a
at
special
getting
skin.
a special skin or an overpowered weapon that everybody, like, you destroy everybody. You go for coffees like it's nothing. And that was the difference from back then and now. And maybe, there's an improvement because now it's just cosmetics.
Type shit.
And back then it was like actual legitimate like advantages to the game if you spent more money. But like now it's just getting boring because now they're just getting lazy.
I mean, there's
at
always,
least with the loot boxes, they had to get creative with the weapons they added. Now it's like they just getting lazy.
I mean, it's always good with the bad. There's more free to play games for AAA games because of the system of battle passes, but I don't know. Any game that has a battle pass. I mean, Fortnite, if you like it, sure, they're adding a lot of content. So I can see how somebody's still playing. You know what I'm saying, Fortnite, but games in general are getting boring. That's why I'm just dipping into other shit like coding or trying to learn how to be a barber and shit like that. I don't know, bro. A lot of shit right now is just not the wave. You got to step outside of what you normally do.
Yeah, a lot of shit is just not hitting the same anymore.
No.
Oh yeah. Hey, I think we hit our time. That went by quick.
Shit, you down to do a part 2 later
Part 2
in the future?
Yeah.
Part 2.
You want to do it next? You want to do next episode?
Sure.
Double XL back to back.
That's fine with me. I have no problem with that.
Let's do it. I'm down.
All right.
Fuck
well,
it.
I feel like we have a lot to talk about.
Oh,
Nigga,
yeah.
what? We didn't even touch. We didn't even touch the surface. Shit.
Well, look, this is part 1 with him. We're gonna do a part
Part
2
one.
later in the future. Our next episode will be with the part 2 with him.
Oh yeah.
Just want to shout out to you guys because I didn't do it in the beginning because I forgot. Shout out to everybody listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube, and Radio Public. We appreciate y'all. Everybody that's watching us from our Instagram reels and clips and stuff like that. We appreciate y'all. Give a round of applause to Q for editing those clips. Yeah. Q, fire with. There we go. Yeah. Get some applause in there. Because, man, I ain't gonna lie, Q been hauling a lot of the work for the podcast with all the stuff he got going on top of that. So we just give good appreciate to Q. I know I ain't doing that much heavy lifting, but I appreciate you.
We got. Hey man, it's team effort. Team
effort.
Team effort.
But look, man. Once again, I'm Sensei Draco, aka FBF Draco. Y'all can find me on Insta, which is FBF Draco. Y'all can find me on Twitter, which is Sensei Draco, and then you can find me on TikTok, which is Sensei Draco YT, I believe. My YouTube is Sensei Draco. Q or Rav, which one?
I'll go. Then we'll have him go last.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Q got me dead on all socials. And then, you know what I'm saying, you can find my production Instagram, start posting pictures and photos and things of that nature, trying to do some video editing, get into sound design, just do a whole bunch of shit. Life is too short just to be doing one thing, so I'm just gonna do a whole bunch of shit. But XIX77 Productions on Instagram. Q got me dead on everything else. Raph, you wanna plug your socials, anything you got coming out? Yeah.
I have a lot of new things coming soon. I have new music starting February of next year. I feel like February is my hot spot.
Yes, sir.
But you can catch me on all socials at Raphael Brooks II, RAPHAEL BROOKSII. You can find me at Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, Amazon, any place that you can consume music. You will find me there. My album is out, Miracle Baby, doing great. And fuck with me. Thank you for having me.
For sure.
Yes,
Thank you for
coming.
coming.
Yeah, it was a pleasure having you, my guy.
Appreciate
As always.
it. Ready for part 2.
Shit, we're done. We're going to lock it in. But, Jay, you want to close us up?
Yes, sir. Once again, we appreciate y'all for watching. Subscribe on our YouTube, rate it 5 stars or whatever the fucking rating system is. Comment your favorite part. Share with your auntie and grandma so I can fuck. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.
See you next time.